Alright guys, this week we're giving away more boosted polarized shades. Be sure to stick around towards the end and see how to win. What's going on, guys?
Welcome to Project... Oh, you were going to say it. You can go ahead and say it.
I was just going to say we finally got this thing back.
Okay, yeah, welcome to Project Dirty Datsun. What he was referring to is the bitch of a time we had getting it here. We planned to drive it over 100 miles home. That didn't work out. So we'll take a step back to yesterday and play some footage from there and what we experienced on the ride home. It made it about 20 minutes in total, and then we had to get it towed, so yeah.
It's actually a little bit more than we thought we'd make it, but... You're looking at our newest project.
We haven't named it yet.
No. 240 Datsun.
It's got a 2.3 liter turbo from like an old Mustang, yeah. It's like a Thunderbird or something, 2.3 turbo, and a T56. Not terrible condition. It's very loud and it's going to be a handful for the next 2 hours.
First things first, these guys got massive amounts of dry rot, so we're going straight to a tire shop getting those swapped out before we go for an hour-long drive on the highway.
2 hours.
It's also got a pretty sweet gas cap. That's our gas cap. Shove it in the hole, we're good to go.
Got some fresh tires.
Some fresh used tires.
This is gonna be the loudest, smelliest 2 hours back to San Diego. We're in the desert right now. And we're hoping we make it home. We got AAA. I don't know if they tow, if they'll tow it, but
They'll tow it. If you can even hear us right now.
I think we're going 0, right?
Yeah, we're going about 0.
We know for a fact that the tank's full, but it only reads half. These tubes don't do anything. So we're staying in the slow lane. Just trying to take it easy.
So far, not too bad. A little bit of steering shake, but...
If we get stuck in traffic, we just hope it doesn't stall.
Smelled like clutch or brakes, I don't know.
Okay, so we're broken down the highway after making it about 20 minutes. Let's see what the deal is. It started squealing and then something broke off from under it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything come flying out of the car.
You didn't?
Yeah.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I see some smoke. What's smoking?
This guy right here.
Huh?
This guy right here.
What is it? Is that a power steering pump that,
I think it might be.
because this car doesn't have power steering. So there's a pulley that we're assuming was power steering. It's not hooked up to anything. They left it. That's gonna destroy the belt.
Yeah, it's gonna seize.
Yeah, the belt's probably gonna blow up.
Yep, exactly what we thought was gonna happen happened not like 3 minutes down the road.
Yeah, this isn't the engine that came with the car, if you hadn't gathered that by now. So the power steering had no fluid in it, and the pulley seized up and tore our belt to pieces. So now the car isn't gonna charge, and we're not gonna make it home.
Drive it up, drive it up. So here we have a 1973 Datsun 240Z with a 88 Ford Turbo Coupe engine inside it. The 2.3 liter turbo with a T56 transmission.
The other good thing about this car is, unlike our previous Datsun, which I'll throw up on the screen now, this one is a better shell. It runs and drives, but as far as rust and structural integrity goes, this is pretty solid.
We did an unbelievable amount of body work to our last Datsun.
This one's not going to need that much. However, it has an engine swap and it works and it runs and it drives, but it's done wrong. I guess the story is that the previous owner bought it from his professor, and it was like a, like an IT school, not IT, a tech school.
Yeah, like a tech school project car.
It was like a tech school project car. They probably got it as a rolling shell and just slapped the random engine and transmission combination. T56 is an obvious choice. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these with a 2.3 Ford turbo in it, but it's definitely unique. But first things first, we have to clean up all the nonsense in the engine bay. We'll get to that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So we're gonna get started. We're gonna show you guys kind of how this is built, and we'll take it from there. So most people think that zip ties are even not as clean as you could be. Our wires are held together by
Other wires
that are tied in a knot.
and then looped over things to just hold them in place.
Other funny things about this motor, there's quite a few. And if they weren't held on by other wires, here's just a random old piece of metal just holding these together. Oh no, here's another one.
Just kind of screwed on there.
There's a screw into the side of the engine bay. There's a lot that we got our hands full right now, so we're gonna get started. If you're not gonna use the bracket, why is it still attached to the damn intercooler? Like, it's so stupid. Like, at least if it's just gonna hang there, like, make it cleanly hang there. Okay, so the intercooler's ready to come off. Let's take a look at this snail.
Tube connected to nothing.
Awesome.
Held on by nothing.
Holy shit, it's adorable.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, so, actually, a front mount intercooler would clean this up a lot. So,
yeah, it already looks way better.
Okay, let's keep going. This wiring is gonna take up 99.99% of the time. We gotta remove this entire harness and see what the hell's going on with it, because this wiring is atrocious. It's a mess.
Which I'm pretty pumped about because I love cleaning up wiring.
I hate it, so.
It's a pain in the ass, but it's mostly unnecessary and it looks so good when you do it right. So this is the alternator wire. Plugs in right here. This does absolutely nothing. Comes down, zigzags back and forth a few times with some other wires, which are very shittily capped off. Branches off into these two wires, which somehow go around both sides of this wire. Come over here. This one goes down into who the fuck knows where. It's all in there. This one comes over, it gets spliced into here. Spliced into here. Spliced in by here. And then connects to the solenoid over here. It's absurd.
Yeah, so.
Oh man, this wiring is just awful. It's god awful.
We have a lot more room in here than when we started, and we are still
steadily chipping away at taking things out.
We want it to be just engine, turbo,
necessary wires,
which won't be many because we plan to take out most of the wiring harness. So look how funny this is. It's actually just kind of gross. Ah, cool. It's like a heart. Do it again. Okay, so at the end of the workday, basically we got rid of all the accessories, the power steering, the air conditioner, air conditioning. We're gonna figure out how to reroute this belt. That's a little bit farther down the road, but for the next video, we gotta further sort out these wires. We made some progress.
Yeah, we discovered that this wiring harness over here is...
Your wiring highness.
Your wiring highness. This wiring harness over here is for that engine, And this wiring harness over here is for
There's like
the
remnants
old
of
Datsun
the
engine.
old setup.
It's bits and pieces. They're both wired into this solenoid right here, and then they go into the firewall and do all sorts of crazy junk under there. So
we're gonna sort this out. We're gonna get our universal eBay front mount intercooler. We're gonna get this motor running on the cheap, and that's the goal for the immediate future. Let's get it running and driving reliably before we draft up further plans. All right, so we made it pretty far. We're gonna move blazing fast on this project because we've done a Datsun in the past. This is a pretty simple motor on first, pass through. It's gonna be easy. So
a big chunk of it's just going to be that wiring. We're going to tear apart the inside soon, see how that all goes, clean it up, and we should just bang this out like that.
as many of you know who watched our last video, there was a giveaway for some carbon fiber sunglasses actually.
Yes, there were.
We're gonna pick a winner right now.
Lewis Barker.
Lewis Barker, congratulations. Hit us up Teamboosted at boostedshades.com or
Right on YouTube, however you want to contact us.
we'll arrange shipping and you won yourself a pair of polarized carbon fiber shades. To qualify to win this week's giveaway, a little bit of an interesting idea here. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, but you got to comment on what motor you'd like to see most in this car. We want to get this motor running first, but a motor swap down the road is the end goal here. So there's a lot of options. We already have the T56. We could do an LS1, we could do an RB26, we could do a 2JZ. There's a lot of options, like a small block Chevy, carbureted, turbocharged. It doesn't matter. This car is a 1973, so it doesn't need to abide by California emissions.
It's got a giant engine bay too, so
Comment with what motor you'd like to see in this car, and you qualify to win next week's giveaway. Well, it's this week, but
this video's giveaway.
yeah, exactly.
As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.